Earlier this year, Disney 100 The Exhibition opened at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia as part of the Disney 100 celebration commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company. The exhibit features various items from the Walt Disney Archives and takes guests through the history of Disney. Or does it? While Disney 100 The Exhibition was largely advertised as a look at Disney history and an opportunity to see items from the Walt Disney Archives, this exhibit is far more ambitious than that, focusing much less on how Disney got where they are today, and much more on why. What's up, extraordinary people? I'm Daniel, and I recently visited Disney 100 The Exhibition at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. While my expectations for this exhibit were high, it still managed to surpass them with what I believe is one of the best things Disney has created recently. In fact, Disney 100 The Exhibition is so good that I think anyone interested or involved in storytelling could learn something from it. This exhibit is far more than a look at Disney's history. Rather, it's more of a masterclass on quality storytelling featuring Disney history. So, let's get right into it. Upon entering the exhibit, your group is led into a room and shown a short video presentation, which I will show you now.
Oh, wow! Oh, Betty! Oh, hi, go again! So, hang on! Here goes! You ready? And let the show begin! Here's my pal Walter to tell you how the magic is made.
There's a lot of satisfaction in developing ideas into reality. When we consider a new project, we really study it. Not just the surface idea, but everything about it. And when we go into that new project, we believe in it all the way. We have confidence in our ability to do it right, and we work hard to do the best possible job. There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.
Everybody ready? Then on with the show!
After viewing this video, you enter a room showcasing the origins of the Walt Disney Company, including Walt Disney's earliest animated shorts such as the Alice comedies, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and Steamboat Willie. After this, a wall of screens depicts an overview of Disney's history, with each screen representing one decade and featuring significant events that took place within that decade, such as popular movie releases and the opening of theme parks. The next room is where the main theme of the exhibition really starts. Titled "Where Did the Stories Come From?", this room introduces the concept of storytelling, why people love stories, and how Disney takes inspiration from classic tales to create new stories that connect with audiences. Many of the items in this room are associated with Disney's fairy tale films, showing how Disney films are rooted in the most basic and universal traditions of storytelling, often featuring elegantly simple themes such as the importance of kindness, judgment based on inner beauty rather than outward appearance, and the desire for good to triumph over evil. The next section is called The Illusion of Life, named after the famous book about animation by Disney legends Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston. This section showcases how to create characters that the audience cares about, with focus on such things as personality, showing emotion through expression, and motivation and character arc. This room stresses the importance of a character's humanity as the most fundamental aspect of storytelling, showing various techniques that animators and other artists use to bring a character to life in a convincing way. Next, the spirit of adventure and discovery focuses on how great stories can immerse audiences in new worlds, emphasizing the importance of human curiosity and imagination in storytelling. A story should be a journey, not just physically, but inwardly. An adventure doesn't just take its characters and audiences to a unique and exciting place, it should also leave them different than they were when they started. Getting out of our comfort zone helps us grow as human beings. The following section, The Magic of Sound and Music, showcases the importance of sound and music as tools of storytelling, especially in creating an emotional connection with the audience. Music and sound can not only enhance a story and make a world feel more immersive, ultimately, they say the things that words cannot. The world around us is the next section, showcasing how the natural world can inspire and be a source of great stories, particularly in promoting conservation. Storytelling isn't just a method of escapism. It can convey messages grounded in real life and inspire people to help improve the world we live in. The next room, called Innoventions, named after the former Epcot attraction, focuses on the need to experiment and innovate in storytelling, showcasing showcasing the many ways Disney has done this over the years, such as the multiplane camera, which creates the illusion of depth in an animated film, or audio animatronics, which bring three-dimensional characters to life in theme parks. Your Disney World is about the Disney theme parks, and how immersive environments can be used to tell stories that put the guest in the starring role. More than just creating fun rides, Imagineers create entire environments and worlds where every detail is important. The exhibit concludes with the final two sections: The Wonder of Disney, summing up everything that's come before, and We Are Just Getting Started, looking forward to the future of Disney and reinforcing the company's commitment to quality storytelling. Disney 100, the exhibition, really surprised me. While I was expecting a basic exhibit chronicling the history of the company and showing various items from that history, I was very much taken aback by the amount of effort, ambition, and insight that went into the exhibit. I was particularly impressed by its focus on quality storytelling as the reason for Disney's success, and the intricacy of that focus, going into detail about the fundamentals of storytelling and why they are important. It's no secret that Disney is going through a bit of a creative slump right now, at least in the opinions of many people. This year they've had several high-profile box office failures. They've started deleting original content off of Disney+, sometimes mere months after its debut. They've made controversial decisions in their theme parks, and they've had an overall direction for the company that many have described as too safe and over-reliant on past successes at the expense of original ideas and risk-taking. And while Disney has always had haters and detractors, it seems they've never had more than they do right now, with an ever-growing group of people outright condemning the company and wishing for its demise. Now, it's no secret that I love Disney. I own a truly ludicrous amount of Disney merchandise, I visit the parks regularly, I watch every movie the company releases, and I spend much of my free time creating mostly Disney-themed content for my social media channels. I even attract a fair amount of criticism online for my obsession with Disney. But even I can recognize that much of the criticism of Disney has a point. Disney seems to have reached a point where original ideas are an afterthought. Yes, they still make original movies and tell original stories, but most of the company's energy and resources seem to be going to remakes, legacy sequels, and IP tie-ins. For example, last year, Disney released two Pixar films, Turning Red and Lightyear. Turning Red was a brilliant original story, one of the best films of the year from any studio, and on par with Pixar's best. Lightyear was a mediocre Toy Story spin-off with a concept that made absolutely no sense. So guess which movie got released in theaters, and guess which got dumped on Disney+. Of the two films, Lightyear got a theatrical release almost certainly because of its connection to Toy Story. It ended up bombing massively, reportedly losing Pixar around $106 million. While this is only one example, I believe it is indicative of Disney's current mindset. Original ideas take a backseat to established franchises. The Disney parks are also a good example of this, with the best example perhaps being Epcot. Once the pinnacle of Imagineering with some of the best theme park attractions of all time, Epcot is now full of cheap IP tie-ins focusing on thrills and little else. It's truly sad that this is the direction Disney seems to be going, especially as they announce even more of these kind of ideas for their movies and theme parks. Now, that may seem harsh, but it comes from a place of genuine concern. I want Disney to succeed. I want them to tell amazing stories. And as Disney 100 the exhibition proves, they know how to do that. So why don't they? Well, I have two completely opposite possible answers to that. The first answer is a cynical one. Disney just doesn't care. They're afraid of taking risks, and so they make the safe bet. Established franchises and IP tie-ins make money, so that's what they'll make. Why put effort into the storytelling when they don't need to? The second answer is more optimistic. Disney recognizes that their current strategy isn't working. Audiences want originality and great stories, and so Disney is working to try and restore that to their new films and other media. It might not happen all at once, but Disney, through this exhibit, is subtly reaffirming its commitment to do that. So, which answer is true? Well, I think both. On one hand, Disney is not fully abandoning its current strategy anytime soon. I mean, look at the next planned Pixar movies or these concepts for expansions of Disney's Animal Kingdom, which have nothing to do with animals. On the other hand, Disney does clearly recognize what its audience wants. The upcoming film Wish looks like a return to a classic fairy tale type story and even features an art style Disney has never utilized before. Or look at this Beacon of Magic show from Epcot earlier this year, in which Disney utilized the audio from the original Journey into Imagination, a ride that many Disney fans want to make a comeback. Or look at the return of Happily Ever After to Magic Kingdom. I could keep going, but the point is, Disney at least knows what its audience wants, and that does give me optimism. Disney 100 the exhibition is much more than a retelling of Disney history. It's a masterclass on quality storytelling that doesn't just demonstrate how Disney became successful, but why. It's a great reminder that ultimately, people don't love Disney because of nostalgia, or because they grew up with it, or because of familiar characters. In the words of the exhibition itself, what makes Disney so unique is that the stories we tell mean something to people. They inspire, give hope, bring us together, illuminate the world around us, and create memories. That is Disney magic. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and remember that you're extraordinary. I love all of you so much. Bye.